Welcome to a journey through time where we unveil the evolution of popular music starting from the very beginning. Our trip begins with the roots of popular music, deeply embedded in the diverse folk traditions of the world. Picture this, a lively village gathering where the strumming of a guitar, the beat of a drum, and the powerful, heartfelt vocals of the people echo through the air. These folk songs, passed down from generation to generation, formed the foundation for what was to become popular music. Now, let's sail across the Atlantic to the vibrant and rhythmic continent of Africa. Here we find an array of complex rhythms and melodies that would have a profound impact on the evolution of popular music. The African influence can be heard in the beats of the drums and the intricate rhythms that permeated the songs of the era. Next, we head over to Europe, where folk tunes were a staple of cultural life. The simplicity and raw emotion of these songs resonated with people, weaving their way into the fabric of popular music. Whether it was a lively jig or a melancholic ballad, these tunes carried stories and traditions that would shape the music we know and love today. As these diverse musical elements from Africa and Europe began to blend and cross-pollinate, they gave birth to new genres of music. The raw emotion of the blues, the expressive improvisation of jazz, these were the early forms of popular music that would captivate audiences and influence generations of musicians. This era saw the emergence of key artists who were instrumental in shaping popular music. Their names echo through the corridors of music history, their songs carving a path for the music that was yet to come. They took the rhythms, melodies, and stories of their ancestors and transformed them into a universal language that transcended borders and cultures. So, the seeds of popular music were sown with a blend of cultures and emotions, setting the stage for a revolution in the world of music. As we move into the 1920s, a new era dawns, the Jazz Age, a time of wild energy and musical innovation. In this era, a new kind of music, one that was full of energy, rhythm, and improvisation, started to take center stage. This was jazz. Born in the clubs and speakeasies of New Orleans, jazz quickly spread its wings, reaching urban metropolises like Chicago and New York. This music, with its roots in African and European musical traditions, was like nothing ever heard before. It was unpredictable, it was innovative, and it was utterly captivating. The Jazz Age was marked by key figures who left an indelible mark on popular music. One such figure was Louis Armstrong, a virtuoso trumpeter and singer from New Orleans. His unique style of playing and singing, his charismatic stage presence, and his innovative improvisations made him a true jazz legend. Another was Duke Ellington, a composer, pianist, and band leader who revolutionized jazz with his complex compositions and his orchestra's polished performances. These artists, among others, were the heart and soul of the Jazz Age, their music shaping the sound of an era. But the Jazz Age was not just about the music, it was also about how the music was consumed. This was the age of the phonograph and the radio. For the first time, music was no longer confined to live performances. The phonograph allowed people to listen to their favorite artists at their leisure, in their own homes. The radio, on the other hand, brought music to a wider audience, broadcasting performances live across the country. These technological advancements played a crucial role in the spread and popularity of jazz music. The Jazz Age, with its infectious energy and innovative sounds, pushed popular music into a new, exciting direction. It was an era that celebrated creativity, spontaneity, and the sheer joy of music. And its influence is still felt today in the rhythms that make us tap our feet, in the melodies that make us hum along, and in the spirit of innovation that continues to drive popular music forward. Fast forward to the 1950s and a new genre is about to shake the world: rock and roll. This genre emerged from the vibrant cultural melting pot of the post-war era, borrowing elements from blues, gospel, jazz, and country music to create a sound that was as diverse as the people who made it. The birth of rock and roll was a seismic shift in the music landscape. It was a loud, energetic, and rebellious response to the calm and composed music of the previous decades. The stage was set for a new wave of artists who were ready to challenge the status quo and express themselves in ways that had never been seen or heard before. Among these pioneers, two figures stood out: Elvis Presley, the charismatic and hip-shaking king of rock and roll, and Chuck Berry, the masterful lyricist and electrifying performer. Both artists, with their distinctive styles and magnetic performances, embodied the spirit of rock and roll and played a crucial role in popularizing the genre. Elvis Presley, with his sultry voice and energetic stage presence, made the audience swoon. His music, a blend of blues, gospel, and country, resonated with the youth, who found in his songs an echo of their own feelings and experiences. Chuck Berry, on the other hand, was a storytelling genius. His lyrics, filled with vivid imagery and clever wordplay, painted pictures of teenage life that were relatable to his listeners. His pioneering guitar riffs and high-energy performances set the standard for future rock musicians. Another key factor in the rise of rock and roll was the advent of television. This new medium brought these larger-than-life performers and their electrifying music into the living rooms of millions. It played a pivotal role in spreading the popularity of rock and roll, making it a global phenomenon. Rock and roll, with its rebellious spirit and electrifying performances, was a game-changer in the world of popular music. This genre, born out of a cultural fusion and nurtured by the advent of television, left an indelible mark on the world, forever changing the way we experience music. As we enter the 1960s and beyond, we see the rise of a genre that would dominate the charts: pop music. This period witnessed the birth and evolution of a sound that would come to define the musical landscape for decades to come. Pop music, or popular music as it's formally known, is a genre that's as diverse as it is influential. It's a melting pot of styles, borrowing elements from rock, country, dance, and R&B, among others, to create something universally appealing. It's music that speaks to the masses, transcending borders, cultures, and languages. In the 1960s, a group of four lads from Liverpool, known as the Beatles, burst onto the scene with their unique blend of rock and pop. Their catchy melodies, innovative songwriting, and captivating performances quickly made them a global sensation. They carved out a new path for pop music, influencing countless artists and shaping the sound of the genre. As we moved into the 1970s and 80s, pop music continued to evolve and diversify. It was during this time that we saw the rise of the king of pop, Michael Jackson. His electrifying performances, groundbreaking music videos, and record-breaking album sales took pop music to unprecedented heights. His influence on pop culture and music is still felt today. The advent of MTV in the 1980s brought about a revolution in the way we consumed music. For the first time, music was not just something to be heard, but also seen. This visual element added a new layer to pop music, making it even more popular and influential. Fast forward to the digital era, and we see the impact of platforms like Spotify and Apple Music on the spread of popular music. These platforms have made it easier than ever for artists to reach a global audience, further solidifying pop music's place in our culture. Pop music, with its catchy tunes and universal appeal, has shaped the soundtrack of our lives in many ways. It's a testament to the power of music to bring people together, to evoke emotions, and to tell stories. It's a genre that's constantly evolving, pushing boundaries and setting trends, and that's the beauty of pop. It's always changing, but its impact is timeless. Our journey through the history of popular music has been a fascinating one, filled with innovation, passion, and the power of music to bring people together. As we've traveled through time, we've listened to the melodies that echoed from the dawn of popular music, resonating through our culture and shaping our collective story. We've experienced the energy of the Roaring '20s and the Jazz Age, a period that brought us foot-tapping rhythms, captivating improvisation, and the birth of a music genre that would forever alter the course of artistic expression. We've rocked along to the birth of rock and roll, feeling the raw power and rebellious spirit that this genre brought to the world. The music not only changed our radio stations but also transformed our societal norms and expectations. And then we arrived at the age of pop, a time that brought us catchy tunes, unforgettable icons, and a global community united by the language of music. This era introduced us to a myriad of voices, each with its own unique story to tell and a song to sing. As we wrap up our journey, it's important to remember that the history of music is still being written. Every day, artists around the globe are pushing boundaries, exploring new sounds, and redefining what it means to create. The evolution of music is a testament to human creativity and expression, a living, breathing entity that reflects our dreams, our struggles, our joys, and our shared humanity. And while our journey today has come to an end, the music continues to play. It's an endless symphony, a testament to our resilience, our creativity, and our collective desire to express and connect through the universal language of music. Thank you for embarking on this journey with us. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment to join the conversation. Until next time, keep the music playing.